Blueberry. You want some fruit? Melon.
Uh-oh.
What? That's not mango.
More straw. More blueberry. More blueberry.
Hmm?
More blueberry.
What do you mean?
More too.
More two? What is that? More two. Oh, one raspberry left. Hmm.
You made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mango.
It's not mango, sayang.
You're doing it. Put those in.
I'll be with you.
Blueberry.
In
Mimis.
you can get the blueberry. That's tomato.
Tomato.
Hmm. Get the blueberry then.
Eat.
This has to be consumed.
Potato.
Carrot, that's tomato.
David.
Oh, 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 oh.
David. No.
Okay. Put it in.
In.
Okay, 1,
2,
2, 3, 4,
Potato no.
5. Oh, this one.
That's me no that.
Yes.
That's that one no.
Mm-hmm. How many did you count? 11.
Hey.
Yay.
That's a babies.
Mm-hmm.
Get it.
Put it. Very good. Now this one.
This one.
Put it there.
Bear on.
Good job. Now this one is heavy, heavy. Be careful.
Bears.
Put it there.
Bear
Yes.
heavy.
Very heavy. Just push it. Yes. And one more.
Hammer. Is that you?
Push it.
What's it?
No, no, down here, down here.
Okay.
Yeah, just in there. Yep. Push. Good job. Now turn around.
Oh.
Snoop Dogg. Okay. Good job, Baba.
Beautiful day out on the savannah. All the animals are out, lying about, doing what they do best on a day like this, sleeping. Now, while we're waiting for those first set of gates to close up behind me, if you look out on the left-hand side and out to the right-hand side, everything you can see here is our arid zone. So it is home to some of our very unique animals. Now, if you have a look out on the right-hand side, you'll see the beautiful American bison. Again, another animal that really needed our help quite a few years ago. Unfortunately, during a period of about 30 years in the 1800s, the American bison had a bounty put on its head and their numbers were culled in the millions. To the point where they actually got down to less than 400 individuals left in the world. At that time, probably olden day conservationists said, wait a minute, stop, we're losing these guys to extinction, we're going to lose every single one of them if we don't do something about it. In Australia, are classed as a pest. They are indeed a beautiful animal. It's not their fault that the conditions here in Australia agree with them so much that there are so many of them. And being an introduced species in the 1800s, when they were no longer required to help our early explorers and early railway builders, they were simply released out into the wild. As I said, they really loved our conditions here, multiplied over and over and over again. Today it's believed Australia has one of the largest populations of wild dromedary or single hump camels in the world. Hippos are known to be the most dangerous animal in the world. And they're dangerous because they are territorial animals, so they really don't like visitors coming into their home. These girls here are quite used to us driving through, so they're not really a threat to the bus. But out in the wild, they would certainly be a massive threat, especially if you're in a very small boat or canoe. Ostrich eggs. Now in this area, it is home to a few female ostrich. We have 8 of them in here. They do go through a season of laying, so we have a few eggs scattered around the place here. We don't leave them out there all the time. We will collect them probably in another week or so, throw them in the freezer, and we'll give them to our lions during the middle of summer. And giving them to the lions is a form of enrichment. So there's nothing in those eggs except a nice big ostrich yolk. And for a lion, cracking open a nice big ostrich egg and finding a frozen yolk right in the middle of summer is like giving every child its favourite ice block. And it looks like we've got one of our keepers out here, Michael. He's giving them a little bit of a scatter. Right, you see a few of them have a little bit of a jump there. That's actually called pronking. So they all come over for a little bit of a feed. Alright, so we're going to have a quick chat to Michael. He's got his radio out. He's telling me that he's ready to have a chat to you all. So we'll get him to change over to channel 2 and we'll say hello. Hello, Michael. How are you going?
I'm on channel 2.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Good, mate. I'm out doing what any zookeeper enjoys doing, and that's interacting with the animals, creating a bit of stimulation for them. And it's a nice reward for me because this morning I was been raking poop up non-stop. Okay, that's what the zookeeper does first of all. So nice.
Well, isn't it the zookeeper's most favourite job, picking up poo?
Yeah, it tells a story. As all mums will tell. And we've got lots of lovely treasure here. This of all the exhibits we have has some very amiable characters that aren't much of a threat because I'm on the ground, okay? If there's a big horned animal here like a rhino or something, I'll be in the ute. Does that make sense, folks? Yeah?
We started our safari today, that is Bunurong country. When we end up down on the savannah, so effectively now as we're crossing over the bridge we are moving into Werribee country. And the Werribee River is where those two mobs would have come together over time. Come together over time to meet, to trade and to socialise. It is home to our beautiful longhorns, our Texas longhorn boys here. A bit of an unusual animal to have at the zoo. They are domestic cattle. But we like to tell a story about these guys. Over in Africa they have a cousin called the Angoli Watusi. The Angoli Watusi is a very common cattle used for farming purposes. But we have 5 beautiful giraffe boys here. All 5 of them are up here to say good day. Hello, boys. Now we're just going to stop here because we've got our dominant boy Armani up the front here. This is what guides would term as a giraffic jam. You going to move out of the way, big fella? Alright, here he goes. So Armani, who we're going to drive past, he's our tallest boy here at the zoo. He's our dominant male. He's 13 years old. He is about 5.5 metres tall. So that gives you an idea of a really tall giraffe. They normally get anywhere between 4 and 5 metres. Here at Werribee we are a holding facility for male giraffe. These boys have come from around Australia and New Zealand. Bus station, this here is our savannah. So looking out over this area, it's probably just on 80 acres. A giraffe, the waterbuck. These guys have got an unfortunate target painted on their backside. Now I say unfortunate, a bit of a joke. It's actually very important, those markings on their backside. It's a way that young ones tell who their parents are, who their mum is. So when you think about it, mum's always walking around, babies are following them. The only way they can identify mum is by the marking on her backside. In this type of antelope, it is only the males that grow horns. So the ones that you see without the horns are the females. A very typical trait in a lot of bird species where the male is quite often more colourful than the female, or a different colour from the female. It's the males that have to do all the work to try and attract the females to them. Alrighty, so some living rocks over here on our left hand side. Some people like to refer to them as chubby unicorns. I like to call them southern white rhinos. Now if you can't work out who's who, the one that's lying down with his head firmly on the ground there having a beautiful snooze, that is our single bull down here. A young male, his name's Kifaru. The two girls, nice and close to the bus. The first one is Lataba, the one behind her is Kapenzi. Rhinos are beautiful animals. They're not an aggressive animal. The only time they can become aggressive is when two males come together. Those two males will often fight over the females, or when a mum has a very young calf, when that calf is vulnerable to any predators. Southern white rhinos don't really have predators, other than the calves having predators, but the only predator they really do have is humans. This is called herding the ostrich. But we're trying to train them that that's not the right behaviour. You can't just ask for food by standing in front of the gates all the time. It's not like they go hungry.